Hey, this is Jason with Lloyd Land Surveying. I had a couple of situations come up here in the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to share a little information with you. So I want to answer the question, what if I disagree with the surveyor, or I disagree with my neighbor's survey? Had a couple of people I visited with here recently, and both situations, they just didn't agree with the surveyor's work out there, and it happens. And the majority of the time, almost all the time actually, what the issue is it doesn't end up like the landowner, one of the landowners or the other. The line doesn't end up being where they expected it to, and so their expectations are not being met, and so that just causes a little bit of heartburn over that, and it's understandable. But one of the situations that I ran into, I was talking with a person, and they were convinced that their neighbor had paid the surveyor to move the line over onto them to take some of their property. And you may wonder about that. Is that true? Is that something that happens? Because I hear that fairly regularly. People think that that's the case, but here's my thoughts on that is, I know all of the surveyors around this area, and they're all good surveyors. And the truth is that, we're heavily regulated by the state. We have a license. It's a profession. You can't just go out and do this work. You have to be licensed to do it, or it's illegal. And so it's so hard to get your license that, no surveyor is going to go out and do something shady to try to and risk losing their license, because their license is valuable. It's their livelihood. And so I always try to encourage people, hey, they're probably doing things by the book, and everybody I know around here, all the surveyors would do that, and they're not going to risk losing their license. And another thought I have, B, is they always want me, or they're asking me, hey, will you come out and survey for me? Well, my other thought is that, the state requires surveyors to file records and information on controlling section corners for when we're out working, so we can perpetuate these controlling section corners, which dictate where people's property lines run. And so we're all using the same information. And so it's going to be very unlikely that one surveyor is going to go out and have a major disagreement with another surveyor, because we all use the same controlling data and information. So sometimes, we make a mistake or have a bad reading, or, something that's not intentional happens. And sometimes we can, have that brought to light, and that happens. It's rare, but it happens sometimes. But, for the most part, I just try to encourage people, hey, if you've got a surveyor, a local surveyor, to go out and do that, because they care about their work and they want to protect their reputation and that kind of thing, it's going to be very, very rare for me to go out and follow and repeat that kind of stuff and come up with something different. And so what do I do if I disagree with a surveyor or disagree with my neighbor's survey? The thing is, what you want to do is just talk to the surveyors. Have them explain what they done and why they done it, because we try to do things, and we do things by the book. And so I'll give you one instance. I was doing a survey for a gentleman over here not too far from my home, and I was out there working, and I was going to set a pin at his property corner. and he said, well, why are you sitting in here? I had this surveyed, 30 years ago, and it was over there at the time, and it was, a few feet away or something like that. And anyway, I was like, well, I said, I'm setting it here because, there used to be an old survey monument out there by the highway. I said, but it's gone, and, because it's missing and there's no evidence left out there of its existence, the law gives the surveyor the procedures to reestablish those corners. And I said, and it could very well be in a different spot now, that corner could, because of that original monument's missing and all of its evidence is missing. And he said, oh yeah, he said, I remember that old stone out there, it was out there and it was in my way, and I needed to make my driveway wider so I could pull a cattle trailer in there. He said, so I just took a dozer and I wiped the whole thing out. And I was like, well, because of stuff like that is why I am setting the pin here and not over there, just stuff like that. So things happen and things change, even though the surveyors try our best to preserve the history of where these monuments belong. Things happen like that, so that may be a case. But if you find a disagreement or it's just not meeting your expectations, go get an explanation. All of the surveyors, are good quality folks, and they would be glad to sit down and explain to you what's going on. So anyway, that may answer that question, and it's probably, if you've owned land any length of time or bought and sold land, it's probably going to be something that you encounter. So anyway, I thought that little bit of information might help you. So you may pass it along. So just click share. If you want some more information, I'm trying to do some more educational type videos this year. So just click subscribe on my YouTube channel here, and that way you won't miss anything else that comes up in the future. All right, so I hope you have a good, happy Friday, and God bless.